Hey guys, what's going on? So today I have a collection update. Background, we're listening to Orgasms, Masquerade to Dominate. So yeah, some of the stuff is from my birthday. I turned 18 a couple weeks ago. So yeah, turn it down a little. I got one record, 5 CDs. So yeah, let's get started. So I'll start with the record. First up, we got Celtic Frost with Morbid Tales. I've been wanting to get this album for years, and I know this reissue's been out for a while, but I just finally got it, and I'm really happy about that because I fucking love Celtic Frost in this album. This is one of the albums that got me into extreme metal back when I was like 14 years old. Classic. This is a reissue put out through BMG back in like I want to say like 2017. The back. It's a pretty big reissue. This thing's a little expensive. It cost me like $40. Gatefold with all the lyrics and band pictures and stuff. This reissue comes with a lot of stuff. This is one of the best sounding records I own. The remaster on this is actually fantastic. If you avoid stuff because of remasters, don't avoid this. It sounds really good. So here's the sleeve for the first record. The first LP is just the full album. The second one is like rehearsal demos and stuff. Looks like you got some like credits and thank yous right here. It's just on black vinyl. Nothing too interesting going on with the labels. But you know, if you haven't listened to this, I don't know what the fuck to say to you. There isn't much I need to say. Celtic Frost, classic. First wave, black metal. Some people are dumb enough to say that Celtic Frost is like thrash. This is not true. This comes with 2 posters, like band photos. Pretty cool. Don't know if I'll put them up, but I forgot to think of the other one. Hold up. But pretty nice that they included these nonetheless. That's sweet. Let me put all this away and I'll show the booklet and the sleeve for the second LP. Won't show the second LP itself because it's black vinyl and you already know what the labels look like, so I just showed you on this one. They're identical. But so many amazing riffs on here. I mean, every song on here really is great. You have all the lyrics here again. And then some like it's just like a personal view by some dude, Xavier Russell. Black vinyl, like I said. And this comes with this big fucking booklet. Take it out. I believe it's like 16 pages or something. Here it is, pretty sweet. It's the back. Yeah, it's pretty thick if you can see. To be able to fit inside just the record sleeve. I'm not going to show everything, but show a few pages. It's kind of hard to like hold it without like tensing up like that. You know, you get the idea. Pretty cool, just band photos and stuff. I haven't looked at this too much. Looks like I don't know. There's just like some writing in here. Looks like there's lyrics again, like credits for all the songs and songwriting. I don't know. I need to look at that booklet, but I've been listening to this a lot, and it's fucking amazing. The rehearsal demos are cool. I don't listen to them every time I listen to this. I usually just listen to the first LP, which is just the album. But I mean, if you're not like a fan of Celtic Frost, or you've never listened to this album, and you're into extreme metal, what the fuck have you been listening to? Because this is essential. And it's so hard not to like this. There's just it doesn't sound that dated or really that cheesy. I mean, the band photos look cheesy, but like, I mean, every song on here is just awesome. I mean, the intro Human just sounds like kind of like creepy. Into the Crypts of Rays, probably my favorite song on here. Visions of Mortality, Dethroned Emperor, the title track, Procreation of the Wicked, really slow song. That's fucking awesome. Return to Eve is one of my favorites. Dance Macabre is like this really weird interlude track. Nocturnal Fear is probably the weakest one on here. I feel that one's a little fillery, but other than that, masterpiece of an album. Celtic Frost, Morbid Tales. Really happy to finally own that, because that's like classic, essential shit. Now onto the CDs. First up, I already showed this one because I did an album review for this, but this is Brodekin with Festival of Death. Probably my favorite Brodekin album. Just absolutely ridiculous, brutal death metal. Really grindy. Some of the little teeth are missing, but I got this on Discogs for like $10. Put up through on that Match Brutality. Brodekin owns that label if you don't know. But, you know, classic, ridiculous, insane, brutal death metal. from Tennessee, I believe. 3-piece. If you like Disgorge, you might like this. If you haven't heard Brodekin before, but if you're into brutal death metal, you've probably heard Brodekin because they're such a well-known brutal death metal band. Amazing album, ridiculously cranked snare. You know what to expect. Alright, these next two, and then the last one, there's one in between that I didn't get for my birthday, but these next two are from the same band. I got them for my birthday. So first up, we have Deeds of Flesh with Mark of the Legion. Trying to get a complete Deeds of Flesh collection right now. At least all their studio albums, and then the Gradually Melted EP I need to get on CD. But now I have the first 5 albums on CD. But anyways, this is their 4th album. Fantastic. Not their best, but really fucking great nonetheless. There's some awesome songs on here, like Cleansed by Fire and Ideal Genocide. It's just great. I believe this came out in 2000 or 2001. But you know, not the most popular Deeds of Flesh album, but still from their classic era of like the first 5 albums and the Gradually Melted EP. You know, really swingy, a lot of blast beats. I believe that the artwork in here, I think this would be cooler for the album cover than just that little emblem. I don't know. John Zigg's artwork is amazing though. But rip Eric Lindmark. I mean, one of my favorite death metal guitarists of all time. Probably my top 3, maybe 5. You can't go wrong with early Deeds of Flesh though. So yeah, Mark of the Legion. Awesome. Next up, we have the album after that, which is one of my favorites, probably my second favorite album from them. We got Reduced to Ashes. This is just absolutely classic. One of the most popular Deeds of Flesh albums, and for good reason. I mean, every song on here is fucking amazing. This has some of their best songwriting, for sure. Cool album cover, kind of like this like hellscape. Really like it. There's the back of the track listing. I believe there's 8 songs on here. The last song, The Endurance, is like 11 minutes long. This is one of the longer of the earlier Deeds of Flesh albums. I believe this one's around 46 minutes or so. It's a little over 45 minutes, I think. Cool disc. And that. The booklet folds out into like a poster. Bigger than the one I showed you from Mark of the Legion. I'm not going to put it up though because I want to keep the booklet in the CD obviously, so it has an album cover. But, whoa. Okay, there we go. Pretty cool, you know, album cover with like the band's faces at the top. So you got like lyrics and more band photos here, pretty cool. If you're new to Deeds of Flesh, I would probably recommend this album. I mean, if you don't know Deeds of Flesh, one of the most important brutal death metal bands ever from California. Been around since like the early or mid 90s. This one came out in 2000. This came out like 2003. Yeah, it says 2003. Okay. This has some of their most popular songs, like the title track. But there's some amazing tracks on here. My favorite is probably Avowed Depraved. I did a guitar cover of that recently. There's just so many amazing riffs on that song. Banished. Infested Beneath the Earth has a killer fucking chorus. Really pingy snare on this album, which is weird for a Deeds of Flesh album, but it works really well. Really thin production. But again, it works for them. It's a good album if you want to get somebody into Deeds of Flesh or if you're new to them. Because the songs on here click with you the quickest on here, as opposed to any of their other albums, really. This one's still technical, but not quite as confusing as their other stuff. It's not like dumbed down at all. But, I don't know, the songwriting's a little more memorable and catchy on here. So yeah, Deeds of Flesh with Reduced to Ashes. Love this album. This next one I just got in the mail like a day or two ago. And this is a contester for Album of the Year. I mean, this just came out like a week ago, and I love it so much. But Defeated Sanity with the Sanguinary Impetus just came out on Willow Tip Records. Defeated Sanity's 6th album, I believe. I have all their shit, so yeah. Love this album, though. One of the best things Defeated Sanity's done, I'd say. It's probably like their 4th or 5th best album. It feels like Passages into Deformity, but a little more technical and with slightly warmer sounding production. This is just like mind blowing. There's some great tracks on here, like Conceived Through Savagery, Dislimbing the Ostracized, Propelled into Sacrilege. There's some parts where it's like technical to the point where it becomes brutal because it is technical. I don't know how else to explain it, but you know what I mean if you listen to it. One of the things that sucked is almost all the teeth are missing from the disc holder, so the disc always falls out, so I gotta be careful here. But kind of cool, blurry picture of the band. But yeah, I mean, Defeated Sanity is a band that could really do no wrong in my book. Everything they've put out is amazing, top tier shit, and this is absolutely no exception. Drum work from Lily Gruber is great, and he did double duties, did the guitar work as well, which is impressive. So one of the best brutal death metal musicians in general. Jacob's bass on here is amazing. And then Josh Welshman, I believe, is the guy who also did vocals on Disposal of the Dead, their previous album. Which that's like the only time they've had a vocalist that was on more than one album. But yeah, I'd highly recommend this though. I'm gonna be listening to this a lot, and I'll do a review for this once I really get to know this album. I really want to talk about it. Yeah, Defeated Sanity with the Sanguinary Impetus. Last one's another one I got for my birthday. This is Disavow with Perceptive Deception. Classic brutal death metal. Love this album. I believe this band's from the Netherlands. Nuclear Records. This is great. If you know Paemia, you should also know Disavowed. Or if you know Disavowed, you should also know Paemia, vice versa. I love this album cover by John Zig, though. It's so fucking cool. I have a shirt of this I wear pretty often. Just an edgy, cool little album cover. Pretty unique. I haven't seen many album covers that look like this one. But so many amazing songs on here. Rhizome, Abolition of Impediment. Reason Rejected, it has like kind of an OSDM-y kind of melody to it. Unfolding Disposition. It's like really blast beaty if you're into like stuff like Inveracity or Disgorge or like I just showed Defeated Sanity. But the songs are a little bit more, a little less confusing on here, but still fairly technical. There's the disc. Like some band picture behind there. Really awesome vocals. Some people don't like the vocals. They almost kind of sound like he's like rapping, which I don't have a problem with at all. I think it sounds cool. But some people call the vocals on this album annoying. I think they're fucking great. They're not that bad. To me, it sounds like they sound like Lord Worm from Cryptopsy, but choppier. Band photo. Kind of like philosophical type of lyrics on here. Not the type of stuff you see super often with brutal death metal, but amazing shit. One of my favorite brutal death metal albums. Probably top 20, maybe not top 10, but I really do like this album a lot. So Disavowed, Perceptive Deception. I'll be doing a review for this and pretty much all the CDs I really showed here, besides Broadic Inks, I already reviewed that. But yeah, that's it for this collection update though. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.